Hello, welcome to another video. I'm Joe, the intuitive being that helps you to slow down so that you can manifest a life worth living. And today's video is going to be about the in-between that happens after you have a spiritual awakening. And so I would start by saying that a spiritual awakening I would describe as something that you reconnect with yourself and you learn who you are, what your desires are, what you enjoy doing, what are actually your opinions, your values, your belief system. Not necessarily who other people think or their opinion or what they want for you and from you. It's more of a reconnecting with your deep soul and all of the aspects that make yourself just feel happy and expansive and free and excited and motivated and all of that. I would say that's a little bit more of a spiritual awakening in my book, okay? To me, I had that once I started to do a lot of inner child work, doing a lot of healing and releasing negative energies and just learning about myself, learning what I truly like, how to trust myself, and all of that good stuff. So that I would describe as a spiritual awakening. If you ever had one, amazing. Congrats. I'm very happy for you. If you haven't, that's okay. It's still your time. It's always your time. Maybe you had already had one and didn't celebrate it enough, didn't pay attention to it. But there's still time. There's always time. And that's exactly the message for today's video, is that sometimes we feel restless, and especially when we have this situation happening where we experience this spiritual awakening, where we connect with ourselves, we connect to something higher. It can be God, any God, the universe, creation, source, the divine, Mother Earth, anything that you wish to call it. And it's always connecting to something bigger than you, and that you know that you are supported, that you know that you're held. That is the message. And that once we experience that, sometimes living in a reality, our reality, our physical dimension, can be a little bit difficult, because maybe people in our lives don't understand what we're going through. They don't understand sometimes the language that we start to use, and all of these woo-woo stuff that we start to like, and all of these crystals and oracle cards and all of these magical stuff, if you wish, or that's at least some of the adjectives that I've seen people use about these awesome things that I love. But that's beside the point. The point here is that sometimes it can be difficult for other people to understand the difference and the change that happens after we go through this inner get to know. And so they don't understand, or they start to judge us a little bit, or they start to distance themselves from us, thinking that we're going crazy. That's a possibility. And if that happens, be super grateful that it does, because you don't want people around you that are not supporting, or, well, they were supporting your old self, but they're not supporting it's not your new self, because you never really, it's not a new person. It's just a new facade, a new representation of your being, a representation of your soul that is now more in alignment with who you are. So sometimes people don't understand, and that's okay. You don't even have to tell them anything. You don't even have to have any sort of conversations about these topics with people that don't like these. Or sometimes you're working a job that is not in alignment with your values, or that is not what you want to be doing, or you're studying something that is no longer what you want to be studying. Maybe it was never what you want to be studying. And so now is that time where you start to connect the dots and start to really do what you want to be doing and be who you are in essence, and you haven't yet realized. And so all of this to say that there are these two dimensions, right? This physical dimension, this reality, if you will, that is not even the reality, but that's besides the point again. This physical dimension where you're working, you're studying, you have relationships, all of this. But you're already awake, right? You already had the spiritual awakening. But there's this little in between before things start to happen for you that are in alignment, that maybe you meet a new person that is absolutely aligned with your ideas. Can be a friend, can be a romantic person, whatever it might be. Or maybe you find another job, something falls in your lap, who knows? We never know. But before that happens, and when you're in that stage, that little bit of a hiatus, is it a hiatus? I don't know. That little in between where you're feeling restless, where you're feeling like a little bit trapped, stuck, you're feeling a little bit tired, burnt out. All of that is really just to tell you even more that what your current experience is definitely not in alignment with your values, with your belief systems, in essence, who you truly are. And that's okay, because that in between is exactly where you learn. And you learn more things about yourself, you learn more things about the people around you. You learn so many lessons, and you learn to have faith. You learn to trust yourself more. You learn to have more patience, or at least, hopefully, people learn to have more patience and to wait for something that, even though in our minds has already happened, in the physical reality has not yet materialized. And so I have my notes, and I was thinking about this, and I was writing a few things, and I have some advice, if you will, for things to be doing and to be being, so that this in between is easier on you and you attract and manifest your desires faster. So basically, I just have here, keep the faith and keep believing that it's possible. Keep believing that if you have that desire, it's for a reason. If it's possible, because I don't have the desire to rock climb, because I know that it's possible for me, but I don't have that desire. But I have the desire to go to the Maldives. So I know that it is possible, and I've been there in my mind, so I'm going there in person. And so just keep believing, and keep you don't have to tell this anyone, all right? I don't need to. I just told you about the Maldives, but I didn't have to. But it's just being grateful for your current reality as well, because sometimes it's very easy for us to be living in the future and not acknowledging and being super grateful for what we have right now. And when you are grateful for your current situation, that is exactly when your vibration just matches whatever your desire is. And so you attract whatever that is much faster, because you are vibrating at the same energetic level, frequency. And so that is why gratitude is so important. So be grateful for the little things in your job that you no longer think that is in alignment with what you want to be doing, but you appreciate, or appreciate the people around you that maybe they still haven't matched your energy on that level, and they still don't understand what you're going on with it, all this woo-woo stuff, but you still love them, you still appreciate them. So be super grateful for them and for what they are teaching you in this moment, because they matter, and it's very important for your journey as well. And so I would also say that keep feeling empowered. Don't fall in the trap of just getting into a victim mentality where you think, oh my God, I'm hating my life. Why is this not happening to me? Why is this not happened yesterday? I need it now. And this is a trap that is very easy to fall into, because when we feel sorry for ourselves, when we victimize ourselves, we take away the responsibility. And that, for some people, can be very appealing, to not have the responsibility to take charge of your life and to have just other people deciding for you. Sometimes some people believe that's the best way. So don't be one of those people. Feel empowered. Just take control of your life, take control of your emotions, take control of your thoughts, become aware of them. And it's not being demanding, but it's being more active, and it's being more aware and in control, in a way, of your decisions, rather than allowing the responsibility to be passed on to other people. And I would say that keep dreaming, keep dreaming, keep visualizing your desires, keep visualizing them in a way that they are already here. So I can tell you what I do with the Maldives. So I imagine it as if it was a memory. I imagine it as if I was remembering a holiday, the same way that I imagine that I remember my holidays. I just imagine being in the Maldives, and every time that I visualize this, I put in a little bit more detail. So I start to imagine the person that carried my bags and that they were so nice, and I don't know, little stuff like that. I know that it seems silly, but it just keeps me vibrating at that energy that I need to be able to actually manifest it into my life. So yeah, I would say visualize it in a way that you are seeing and you are feeling and you are hearing the things as if they are happening now, and really tune into that feeling. The feeling is very important, so that you can anchor it and you can manifest it into your life. And then, you know what, just keep challenging yourself, keep asking yourself if this is your idea, if this is someone else's idea, if it hasn't yet happened, how would you know? How would you measure your success to know that you have reached your final destination? Because your final destination, that's not the point. The point here is the actual journey, because it's the journey that you grow. It's this in between that you learn more about yourself, that you're becoming so impatient, so restless. That is exactly what is coming up, so that you can heal that part of you, so that when another event happens, you don't become impatient, you don't become restless. Is that giving you that opportunity for you to work on this. So keep happy, keep being grateful, keep the faith, and know that everything is possible. Everything. So yeah, that's my message for today. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, and follow me on Instagram. I'll leave everything in the show notes below. Share with your friends, share with those people that maybe like woo-woo stuff and that have had a spiritual awakening, and now they are still saying, oh my God, why has this not happened for me yet? What is going on? Come on, universe. So share that with them. I'm sure they will appreciate, and subscribe. Remember. Bye. See you next time.